Okay, let's talk about food. I think what's happened to us as we've become these creatures who, when you're sad, you eat. When you're mad, you eat. When you are celebrating a new life, you eat. When you celebrate success, you eat. When you just eat. Everything is out of everything that we can think of is this celebratory thing. And here's the thing, I am the same exact way. Food for me is 100% something that I enjoy and celebrate, and I love to cook for people, and I love to make things that are yummy and really just have that experience with food. And I mean, let's be real, I used to run restaurants. If I could in my next life, I don't really think I'm gonna have a next life, but even in this life, I would love to own a pizza parlor. True story. It wouldn't be a pizza parlor though. It would be like it'd be an experience. It would be rad. The reality is this: food has to stop being the enemy. We have to be in control of what it is that we're doing. And my relationship with food changed pretty much the moment I stepped into a third world country. Watching people eat because they had to survive and eat whatever was served without any question was very life-giving for me, and something that I will never ever take for granted again. I have a very hard time throwing away one piece of food, and that might sound really silly, but the reality is, when people always say like, oh, I meal plan, I do this and I do this, but then I have this kind of day and I get home and I don't want to eat salmon, or I don't want to eat chicken, or I don't want to eat the beef and I want to eat whatever. That is what it has to change right there. That mindset. What has to change is, I'm going to eat this because I'm in control of my body, and this is on the plan, and the food is already defrosted, and if I don't eat it, then it's wasteful, and I am not a waster. So when I begin to think like that, no longer is this about me and what I feel. It's more about me and what I already had decided to eat. I always eat on plan. Period. Always eat on plan. And when my husband and I, we have a great leftover situation going on because we always eat the food that we have. We have created systems so that we can ensure that we don't throw out the food. But the problem is, people make the food, they make the plan, then the feelings dictate the plan, and the plan derails, and then all of a sudden nobody's eating what they're supposed to be eating. And that is the problem in America, or in any country really, that has the luxury to be eating all the things. So what are we going to do? How are you going to change your mindset? I mean, you could go to Uganda. You could just get on a plane and just go visit another third world country and make yourself feel like, oh wow, that's what, that's how food really should be seen as. Or you can make the mindset shift yourself, and you can decide that you're not controlled. You're not a dog. Like, you don't need treats. You are a human being with a set of self-control habits that decide what and who you are going to eat and when, and nothing else is going to change that. Just for example, okay, I came home today from sitting with my girlfriend who is getting chemo, and I had been at a birthday party and I had already cried, and it had just been one of those, like, I feel like yesterday was such a blur of birthday parties and feeding other people, and I didn't even eat all the food that I was supposed to eat. And I was sitting, my father-in-law is here, and they took him to go eat at one of his favorite Mexican restaurants, and they're sitting right on the counter is a California burrito that looked seriously divine. It was cold and hard, but if you've ever had a California burrito, it doesn't matter what it tastes like. And to me, I can't change that mindset. I see that food and I think to myself, well, that's wasteful. Someone's gonna eat that. So what did I do? I took a bite. Okay, I took 2 bites, which I didn't even mean to. And then I wrapped it up and said, we're gonna put this on Avery's plate tonight, because that's what we do with food. We don't just throw it all away. If I cut up fruit and the kids don't eat it, it's going in their lunch, it's going in their breakfast, it's going in their dinner. Everything gets used in our house, and there is nothing better than getting to the end of a week and looking in your fridge and going, yes, I did it. I ate the food I said I was going to eat. We don't have anything to throw away. Nothing's gone rotten. Learning how to put things where is really, it becomes kind of a trick and a trade. And I feel like once I set my mind to it, all of a sudden it was very easy. Right now I'm carb cycling. Does not go hand in hand with the 3 bites of the California burrito that I took. I love to try different things that are still really good for my body. I won't carb cycle for more than 3 weeks. I will go back, and really all carb cycling is, it's not like I'm ditching carbs. I eat carbs every day. I just change it up, and it's not even carbs. It's really more fruit that gets ditched in this whole thing. I like to play with different kinds of things so then it makes it even more about like what feels good in your body and spending time in learning about that than worrying about what's wrong. What don't eat this, don't eat that, don't do this, don't do that. Just find what works in your body and then do that every single day, and then forget about the feelings that you need to get from eating. This is making me feel good. How about this is making me live longer? Change your mindset. It's all mindset. And if you need a book, Made to Crave is a fantastic book that's going to help you change your mind when it comes to food. Keep a food journal. Watch some videos online about children in third grade. Whatever you have to do to realize how grateful it is that you actually get to throw away food. But when we begin to change the letting food control us, I really truly believe is when we find freedom. And so I just want to encourage you to find freedom, make that meal plan, and then say to yourself, I'm sticking to it. I will eat all this food. And if it means that you need to switch around days, maybe, you do come home and you're like, man, I really feel like that salmon. Okay, well, that's not the worst thing. But saying like, I'm going to have that and I'm going to have something totally that I didn't even plan for, that's what we want to try to avoid. We want to be in control of our bodies, our minds, what we're putting in our mouths. And I can tell you that is freedom. Learning to be in control of who you are is probably the most freeing thing you will ever experience. And I just hope that for everybody. So that's it from me. I feel like learn your body, learn why food isn't. We're actually kicking off a nutritional boot camp next week. We only open enrollment for 1 week at a time. And then we like laser and focus on what it is that you're eating, the recipes that we're making, meal planning, cooking, clean, all that jazz. We spend a month's worth of just really narrowing in on that, and then we move on from there. And so if that's something you think you need, please let me know. I would love to help you. I would love to kind of get you in a different mindset with food. I do feel like there are so many fantastic programs out there that are not going to just make you stop eating a certain food group or that are going to setting yourself up all the time. I do feel like there are a lot more options out there. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. And just in case you were curious, you can follow me along on YouTube. I do upload my videos there. And otherwise, I appreciate you subscribing. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Bye.